Hey guys, welcome back to the Bright Side with Laramie. I have the honor today of interviewing Dean, who is a star at Texas A&M Corpus Christi on the basketball team. Dean, thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. It's important. So,
Right. Right,
yes.
right, right. We're so excited to have you. So if you would just tell me a little bit about yourselves, I would love my listeners to get to know you. And I would just love to know more about
Okay. So, my name is Dean Wright Ford. I'm from New York City, all the way from East Coast. Like she said, I play basketball, um, communications major. Yeah, I'm a JUCO transfer. Come from Odessa College, West Texas, in the middle of nowhere, but now I'm here. So yeah, happy to be here.
you. Right, right. Tell me, how was it being in Odessa? Did you get to play a lot? What kind of classes were you taking? What was your experience like out in West Texas? Because I'm sure it was a big change coming from up north and then moving out to super dry, nothing West Texas.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Just I'm a person where like adapting, I'm pretty good at adapting. So even with the culture change being as big as it was, um, it was smooth for me. Just doing it with the right people is what makes it worth it. Like you said, it's desert, not so much places to go versus New York City where there's buildings, trains, public transportation. But it was good. I liked it. I had a coach that really stood behind me, a legend in the JUCO coaching business. So it was good. It was good. I had a great time. Did my 2 years there. Got my little what's the 2 year? The 2 year
You're like associate's degree?
associates. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Got my associates. You know, general studies. But
Right.
did that. And yeah, it was good. Good time.
So leaving Odessa after getting your associates, which congrats, that's
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
It's really cool to say you have a degree.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
um, did you know you were going to come down here? How did that process look for you?
All right. So coming out of high school, I signed to the assistant coach here, and he was the head coach at Garden City Community College, another JUCO, and in Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
So I signed to him, and when I signed to him, everything was smooth. And then a week after I signed, he calls me saying, sorry for the bad news, but I got a promotion. He got the promotion here to Corpus, but I couldn't go straight D1 out of high school, so I
Mm-hmm.
had to go JUCO. He told me he's gonna put me in the hands of some great people, and he's gonna come back to get me.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
yeah, so I went JUCO for 2 years. The people that he put me with, and then he came back to get me. As he said he would. He kept his word. Good man, coach. Do it.
Good man. Good man. Well, that rocks. Well, I bet that was
Yes.
cool. So I bet it felt pretty good knowing you were going to go from Odessa, in the middle of the desert, to the beach, quite
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah. And I'm sorry to interrupt. With me, it's like so Odessa was like polar opposite, and this is like the perfect middle. You know what I mean? There's not too
Mm-hmm.
much going on, but there's something going on. There's the beach and all that good stuff.
Right.
It's different what I'm used to, but it's better. It's better. It's
Right, right.
good.
So you get down here, you start taking classes again. You're a communications major. What made you pick communications?
Um, Truthfully, it's just I feel like I've always been good like expressing myself and socially in different groups and being able to talk to ranges of people, whether old, young, whatever culture you're a part of. So yeah, that went into partially, and my academic advisor said he felt this would be the smoothest path for me. You know what I mean? And with other classes I took and how it fits up with my schedule and everything. So that's what went into me being a communications major.
Absolutely. And I gotta say, you are awesome at talking.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate you.
You got a great presence. So let's get into the nitty gritty, right?
Okay.
Let's really get into it. So, playing basketball in college, what does that look like for you? Where you come out from a JUCO, you move here, you may not know a lot of people, and it's different whenever you transfer somewhere and you're not a freshman or a
Mhm,
first year at TAMUCC,
mhm,
because first year students they really get the exposure to other students versus being in the middle of the pack. You don't really get those kind of opportunities, but you're a student athlete. So that opens a lot of doors for you. How did that look for you specifically, coming from Odessa and transferring down here?
just like having a little chip on your shoulder, you know what I mean? Like coming as a junior, like you said, not knowing anybody. So is just having that something to prove with you. You know what I mean? And just having to go, you know, stand on your business, like stand what you say, be who you say you are. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that was just big for me. You know, making my name all over again. Because when you go somewhere new, you have another chance for first impressions again. You know, people that never seen you, they might have just heard of you. So meeting people in person, smile. You know, selling yourself. So
Exactly. And you have.
yeah,
I mean, everyone here knows Dean.
yeah. So thank you. Yeah.
You're kind of the celebrity around campus. So tell me, getting ready for games and stuff, what does your pregame routine kind of look like?
So being that we have, you know, great staff, great coaches and everything, they usually set it out for us for the most part with like pregame meals. We have team meals where we eat steak, chicken, you know, the stuff like good protein stuff for games. But for me, it's just I make sure to get enough sleep the night before. Make sure I have sleep, wake up, you know, start the day off in a good headspace, you know, because with sleep is powerful. You know, if you don't have your enough sleep, then basically you could lack other things mentally or hand-eye coordination, just little things that you would normally have with enough sleep. So just getting enough sleep, hydrating, you know, get some stretching in the morning, and just have nothing that sways you too far either way. Like just stay even killed the whole day mentally, because the sport is very mental, more mental than physical for me personally. Like everybody at this level can play basketball, everybody can jump, everybody can dunk, but the mental space you have to be in to be able to compete is what's very important. Where you have to be before games.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. Do you have any other um, teammates that you work with that feel the same way about pregame? Because I know that some athletes prefer getting super hyped before games, and there's some that are a little different that like being quiet, calm, composed before a
Mhm.
game. What of the two are you like, and what are your teammates like?
Me personally, I like being more calm. You know what I mean? Because for the game, I feel like sometimes you get into these big games with all these people watching you, and it's nerve wracking. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's mental. So when you have 1,000 people watching you at the same time, they're screaming, the refs, you just have to control what you can't control, and that's your mental. So I like being calm before the game because I know the game gets riled up. If I'm all riled up and the game is riled up, it could be an overload. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So me and a few of my teammates like being calm, but some people get riled up. They play crazy music. They jump around, you know. But I'm more of a calm guy.
So, referring to that overload you were talking about, um, I've been at one of those games, and I know our student section, the deep end, really, really gets into rooting for y'all as they should, as our student body. But we really get big into supporting and hollering and hooting and doing whatever. Really celebrating in those close games when you have all the outside noise really seeping in. How do you handle all, the calm and the storm? How do you compose yourself on the court in high intense situations like that?
With me, I feel like you rely on the work you put in. So you rely on like I said, the work you put in. So it's like if you're in the gym 24/7 all alone, nobody there, you know, and you practice these same shots and you've done these same things every single day, become a routine for you. When everybody's watching, nothing's gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna feel like, you know, this is my job, you know what I mean? This is what I have to do. I'm gonna make this shot. Whether there's 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people, or it's just me in the gym, you know what I mean? Whether it's silent or everybody screaming.
Exactly.
So, but yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So just
Exactly. A creature of habit. That's what it really comes down to. And man, that you are. So starting to dive a little bit in more. Who do you look to whenever you face adversity or hardships? Is there an idol that you have, whether it's a fellow teammate, a family member?
um for the most part, I go to my brothers. You know what I mean? So I have two brothers. They're twins, 27 years old both, and I go to them for everything basically. You know, um, like my grandma, she's not into. I grew up with my grandma. She's not into basketball too much, or like, you know, what the life is like. She doesn't know. She wasn't an athlete really. She was a nurse. Nothing against nurse, but she didn't know, she doesn't know what it takes, or like I can't we don't relate too much, so I go to my brothers that's been through it, and they know where my head's at, and you know, yeah, it's perfect people to go to, my brothers. They understand me the most.
Absolutely. Absolutely. it takes a village, right? And your family are your biggest supporters, and I love hearing that from you. Have you been keeping in touch with your family? I know, has it been difficult, the distance between you and where you're from?
Yeah. Thing with me is, so even though my family is pretty close, I consider us close knit family. They're big on like, okay, you go ahead and we're gonna stand behind you, but we could give you that distance. You know what I mean? Like some people are so close with their family when they go away that they get homesick. They can't, they can't deal with being away, and then they feel like I have to be home, or they have to call their parents for everything or stuff like that. I feel like my family is very good on like raising you the right way and just like letting you fly like you're a bird out the nest. You know what I mean? Just letting you go. Have your own wings and be your own person. So I've been pretty good with the distance and everything.
I love that. They've been giving you the room to grow.
Yeah.
So, not having your family down here, having the room to grow and stuff, I'm sure you found kind of a family here as well, in your team and stuff, and in your coach. Um, how how tight are y'all when it comes to the everyday life outside, both on and off the basketball court? What is that like?
Um, that was a part of me making my decision in coming here. When you're gonna trust somebody with your career, for most of us, we have an end goal, and that's being a pro or getting a good job, whatever the case may be. Um, you look for the most family oriented spot, and you go with your heart. You talk to your people, your family, your parents, whatever the case may be, your mentors, and whatever you feel like the most family oriented, like loved, the most love you feel is wherever you go, and that's what I felt here. Off the court, we are always together. You know what I mean? We're always vibing, always just doing everything together. As much as we can, even though whether it's mandatory or it's not mandatory. Like we eat together, you know, not sleep together. It's crazy, but yeah, we eat together. We do everything together. We go out to the movies, whatever the case may be. We go out all the time and just we really enjoy the time with each other because it doesn't last forever.
Mhm.
And you know that these are the youngest you're going to be, the happiest. You know what I mean? So you want to just really enjoy the time you have with your friends.
Absolutely. Something that I used to hear a lot growing up in church is like your youthfulness doesn't determine your usefulness. And it's so obvious looking at student athletes, because you see really, really like first year coming in and working hard and stuff, and you see it with the rest of y'all. So, in closing, I want to know what kind of plans does Dean have for the future? When you see yourself in 5, 10 years, where is it? Doing what?
Just successful, like happy. And for me, successfulness is happiness. I don't look at any amount of money, any amount of items, like any what's the word I'm thinking of, anything external. You know what I mean? I don't look at anything.
Like the
Yeah,
tangible.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
no status. You know what I mean? It's just
Hmm.
it's your happiness in your own mind and whatever you can deal with each day. Whatever you can handle with your plate. So I feel like, yeah, just successful. I want to be a pro, whether it's overseas or shoot for the stars like the NBA, but you land in space. You're still happy with that. So just a
Hmm.
pro somewhere overseas. I wouldn't mind going to Europe, China, anywhere. Like I'm not a person that has a such a specific goal. I just have a like a broad, like just pro. I want to be a pro, make money doing what I love. So that's what I see for me in the future. Having kids, all that good stuff, starting a family. So yeah, that's what I see for myself.
Rock on. And I love that. And you know what? The sky's the limit. And we are so excited to see you grow and succeed and stuff the way you are here. And what's great is you're going to be an awesome ambassador for Texas A&M Corpus Christi even after, right? You have left your legacy. And let me just say how appreciative that I am that I got the time to speak with you today, knowing that you are a student athlete, balancing classes, work schedule, routine, and it's homecoming week.
Yeah.
Actually, here on the Island University, it is homecoming week, and here we have event after event. And Dan, you are a busy man this week. So tell me a little bit about your game coming up on Saturday.
We have like opponent, Southeastern Louisiana. we beat them before, but you know it's harder to beat somebody the second time around. You know you have to impose your will, and it's going to be a big game. You know they play a different style of basketball, slower style of basketball, but we want the fans to come out and to be a fun time and have it packed out. You know, everybody has their Islander merch on. Just have a good time. It's gonna be a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Great game.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to cheering you on. So, well, thank you so much for being on today. We really appreciate having you on and hearing a little bit from you. So, as always, listeners, if you would just let me know what's good about your day. Tell me a little bit about how you're doing. Tell me something good that's happened to you this week or this month. And next week, we will have our new episode coming out about our annual happy hour podcast. So, thank you so much for joining us today, Dean. Thank you. And we will see you on the bright side.